why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you?
Salutations, salutations. How are you doing? Salutations, blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining in today. What a day. So we're going to talk today about the power of words. The power of words. And you may ask exactly what does that have to do with prophecy or prophesying? A lot. It is very important that we are very careful of the words that we speak into the atmosphere, whether it is about ourselves or about someone else or something. Regardless of whether it is a person, place, or thing, we need to be very careful in place or thing. We need to be very careful about the words that we speak. And this has nothing to do with religions or politics or any of that. It is just the way life is, and it is the way we need to take note of what's going on, especially now in this new season. As you know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of shaking. There's a lot of shifting. There's a lot of explosions spiritually and naturally. So in order for us to have the blessed life, we need to be very careful about the words that we speak about ourselves and about others and about any place or anything, including animals, because it's for all of us to take heed of this right here and right now. So I'm so glad that I received regarding the power of words. Again, welcome to Prophecy in the Messiah. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, connect. Definitely would love to hear from you. prophecyofthemessiah@gmail.com. Also available on YouTube and Facebook as well. The power of words. Words have power, and words carry weight. Words are like seeds. Each word produces something in the natural realm. Words have power. That's right. Words have power. And words are like seeds. The words that we speak matters more than we realize. Be very careful and be very cautious about the words that you allow to come from your lips. We are to have clean lips and pure thoughts. Clean lips and pure thoughts. So we have to be very careful about the words that we speak into the atmosphere because it affects us and others. So we have to be careful about the words that we allow to be spoken over ourselves. Thank you so much for joining in. And we are talking about the power of words. That's right, the power of words. And words have a lot of power because words are like seeds. They are like seeds. And we want to be sure that the words that we speak produce love, that the words that we speak produce life, that the words that we speak are positive words. We do not want to speak words that are not positive. We want to be sure that the words that we speak are words that are good words. We want to speak blessings. We want to speak life. We want to speak truth. When we speak, we should be aware of the words that we are speaking before we release them from our lips. So we definitely need to be sure that we have discipline and that we speak the right words so that when we prophesy, or when we proclaim, when we pray, when we praise, whatever we do, when we speak words, when we make declarations, when we make decrees, when we speak those words into the atmosphere, those words must align with our Maker, our Creator. If not, we are going to be in serious trouble. We're going to run into some obstacles if we're not in alignment. So we have to be sure that those words are words that are encouraging words, words that are positive, words that are good, words that are awesome, or whatever adjective you prefer to use. And whatever adjective you prefer to use. And the wonderful thing about us being in nations, tribes, tongues, as people, we have different nations, we have different tribes, we have different tongues, and all of us don't speak the same language. However, we are all to speak the language, Italian, French, Japanese, and so on and so forth. We need to be sure that the words that we speak are that are encouraging words, words that bring forth joy to other people, joy to other people, words that will bring laughter to other people and not sorrow and not anger, because you don't want to speak words that cause people to be angry. And there are times when you speak the right words and people still become angry. However, that is not on us if someone's angry, if we're speaking right words at the right time. Thank you so much for joining in, Anna. Thank you so much for joining in, Linda. How are you doing today, Linda? Thank you so much for joining in, each and every one of you. I can't see all of the names. However, thank you, each and every one of you, for joining in today. And this is going to be a quick message about words. It's not going to be very long. Words. It's not going to be very long. And again, if you're just joining in, thank you for joining in. Welcome to Prophecy and the Messiah. Welcome to this TikTok channel. Thank you for joining in today. Please connect. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Definitely want to hear from each and every one of you. Your voice matters. Please do not be silent. Be sure that your words are words that are positive at all times. Now, there are times when words might not appear to be too positive to others. However, just be sure that you are speaking the words that have been approved by our Maker, our Creator. And this is the conclusion of the words. Words are like weapons. We can use words to defend or to destruct. Words are like weapons. We can use words to defend or to destruct. So we want to be sure that the words that we speak are words that are not going to be destructive to others in their lives. For example, if someone is struggling with an addiction, an affliction, an infirmity, or whatever it is, we definitely do not want to give them a word of discouragement. We definitely want to give them a word of encouragement, to encourage them and to uplift them. And there is no distance in the spirit. You do not have to be there face to face to give somebody a word of encouragement. That is wonderful to be an encourager. So we should all be encouragers to people, whether we know them or whether we do not know them, especially if they're having a difficult time. So words are like weapons. We can use words to defend or to destruct. We can use words to encourage or to discourage. We can sing a song of victory or a song of defeat. We can dance with joy or dance with sorrow. The choices we make shape our future, for we live in a voice-activated climate, as it has been spoken by a very wise man some time ago. Words have weight. Words can cause positive reactions or negative reactions. So we definitely want to be mindful of the words that we speak about any person, place, or thing. And we also want to be mindful about the words that we allow to be spoken over ourselves as well, because we do not want to accept words that are not words for us to accept, especially if that word is not a good word. Our Maker, our Creator, is always giving us something good, not giving us something that's not good. So be sure that you're careful about receiving what may not be good. You may want to politely say no thank you to those words that are not encouraging, edifying, uplifting, positive, good, because you want the good words. You don't want bad words. If someone gives you a word that you do not agree with, and you know that word is not for you, then do not accept that word. Do not open the door to the doors that are not open for you to open. Be sure that you leave those doors closed. Moving forward, we can prophesy, but when we prophesy, it's going to have a good outcome when we prophesy. When we declare and decree, we are supposed to do that expecting victory. Regardless of what we do, we have to be sure that we do it and we say it in a way that is going to bring a good outcome, good results. We should always have great expectations for excellent results, for the blessings, the promises, the miracles. That is our portion. Our portion is not sorrow. Our portion is not sadness. Our portion is joy, laughter, peace, shalom, everything that is so good for us. So as you go forth, remember, words matter. Be very careful about the words that you release into the atmosphere. Always be very careful. Be very careful about the thoughts that you ponder on each day. And when we do that, we're going to have great dreams. We're going to have big dreams. We're going to have wonderful visions. We're going to have all kinds of divine encounters that are wonderful, and we're going to encounter the supernatural. We're going to experience that supernatural on a deeper level, and we're going to be able to go forth, and we're going to bless many nations and many generations. Why? Because we are nations, tribes, and tongues as people. And we can even bless creation, animals, insects. All of us are here in this season and time to do something spectacular. So don't miss it. Please don't miss the blessings. Don't miss the miracles. Don't miss the promises. Don't miss any of it. And if you desire divine increase, remember, open the door to love. Love will definitely lead you to the right place and the right space. Close the door to hatred and bitterness and everything else that is not positive, everything else that is not good. Shut the door and seal it to anger and envy and jealousy and unforgiveness. And open the door to what is going to benefit you and those around you, those in your love line and in your bloodline, even new people coming into your life. Today, we declare and we decree together that you will be connected to every helper, every divine connection that is going to assist you in birthing forth the promise that is within. The promises are going to come in your life. Hold on and wait for it. It is coming to you. It's going to come at the right moment, at the right time. You did not miss it. Don't be discouraged. Don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to haters. Don't listen to those that do not have your best interests at heart. Incline all of your ears to hear the voice of truth. Listen and hear and obey. There is no other way. Be sure that you go through that time of allowing your thoughts to be purified, your thoughts to be pure, your lips to be clean, and for your heart to be pure. Then that way, when you have clean hands and clean feet, clean lips, clean eyes, when you are clean from head to toe, it will all be well. And it may seem impossible at times. It may seem out of reach. It's close. It's not out of reach. It is possible. Remember, your dreams and visions matter. Your life matters. So go forth and prophesy life. Remember that the tongue has a lot of power because the tongue and the lips together release the words. So you want to be sure that your heart is right, that your heart is pure. And the thoughts that you have, be sure that those thoughts are good thoughts, great thoughts, big dreams, huge dreams. And use words that are going to bring joy and laughter to yourself, your loved ones, and everyone who you meet. And if you're married, be sure that you're speaking words that are positive, that leads to the victory for you and your husband or your wife. Be sure that you never come into agreement for yourself or for others with any negative word, with any word that comes forth to release what is not the desired promise. We have to be in alignment with the divine plan for our lives. So there's a plan for our lives. So we need to come into agreement with it. And we need to be sure that we're disconnected completely from every negative word. Even if we spoke it over ourselves, we need to continuously go to the courts of heaven. We need to continuously go to the courts of heaven and never let the fire burn out within. And in case you need a scripture from the scrolls, I have two for you today. One is not our maker, our creator, El Elion's word or voice like a fire that breaks rocks into pieces? And the other one is from the wise prophet that said that he was not wanting to be one with unclean lips, but he said he was one with unclean lips. But we have to be cleansed and purified and washed and It takes us humility to get there. We have to examine our own hearts and our own minds and our own selves and not point fingers at other people. We should be able to come alongside and help others who are struggling. So let us get into that posture we need to be in and get in that place we need to be in and get into position so that we can prophesy life over every nation, every tribe, and every tongue without all of the division and all of the divorce and all of that which is negativity. We to see all we to see all people prosper. That's right. And another word that is the custom is about enlarge our territories and bless need. As we are getting into that secret place, building up our spiritual houses, we need to be sure that our natural houses as well are being cleansed and purified as well. There are times when we need to go through everything, not just the kitchen, not just the refrigerator, go through everything and throw out the old things and open the door and embrace what is brand new, the new. We desire to have something new. For those that are married or about to get married, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Even though it's a purple background, but we should always have great expectations for miracles and for the unexpected to happen quickly with divine speed, suddenly. That multiplication to come forth, that supernatural provision, that supernatural multiplication, and all of the miracles. If we pay attention every day, there are miracles happening all the time. And if we think about it, we are little miracles ourselves. We are still here, still standing and walking in the promise. Because we're going to that palace. We're about to go right into that promised land. We're about to obtain all of the gold, the silver, the platinum, the diamonds, the rubies, the pearls, and so much more. So allow all those chains to be broken off of you today. All the chains, the limitations, all the bondage. We're going to break all those chains right here and right now. And there are a lot of words we could speak, but today let's focus on the word speak. What does it mean to speak? I believe the Hebrew word for speak is dabar, but whatever it is in your language, speak. Don't just speak anything or any word. Be sure that when you speak, that those words released from your lips are words that are seeds to be planted, to grow into a love tree, a life tree, a tree of light with the truth, with the whole truth, not a part of the truth, not a portion of the truth, not half of the truth. All of what is true. Complete truth. One more thing, and be mindful and careful of the definitions of words. You want to be mindful of that. What does this word mean? And sometimes you need to look it up and find out what the synonyms to those words are. What is this word related to? What does this word mean for this season and time right here and right now? Because we are now no longer in the springtime. We have entered the summertime. And for many people, That's the time, the right time, to remember that marriage, that wedding, that the new baby or twins or whatever it is, or that new entrepreneurship, the new business, the new house, the new car, whatever it is, the new vision, whatever it is, the new miracle you had, the answered prayers, whatever it is, hold on tight. Hold on tight to promises. Whatever it is, hold on tight. Hold on tight to promises. Hold on tight to the promises and don't let go. And always be sure that your voice is a sweet aroma and a sweet sound. You want to be a sweet sound and a sweet aroma no matter what. You don't want to be a sour sound. You don't want to be a sour aroma or an unpleasant aroma. Keep it sweet. Let's keep it sweet, and we will definitely celebrate. And this is definitely the time of celebrations. It's a time of everything coming together. It's like everything that you ever dreamed of is going to happen in this new season right here and right now. Because this is definitely a new season, a brand new season in this summertime that we are in right now. And the word for summertime in Hebrew is kayetz. That is the word for summertime. So we have to be aware of the seasons and the times and the spiritual hours and exactly where we are. Be aware of our surroundings and who is with us. Just be sure that you celebrate others as well. Don't just look for the celebration for yourself, the victory for yourself. Celebrate others. Celebrate your husband. Celebrate your wife. Celebrate your children, whether they're natural or spiritual. Celebrate your parents. Celebrate your grandparents. Celebrate your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. Celebrate your friends, neighbors, colleagues, associates, neighbors, strangers, whomever. It's a time to celebrate. So, as you know, the table is set. We'll talk more about the table is set another time, but the table is set. The table is set for the victory, regardless of what type of victory it is, whether it's for your marriage, whether it's for your family, whether it's for your children, parenting, whether it's for a new business, writing a book, whatever it is, a new podcast, regardless of what it is. You're going to be ecstatic and delighted about the outcome of it. It's going to work. It's going to turn in your favor because the tables are turning and the table is set. And a table represents intimacy, believe it or not. A table represents a close relationship. It has to do with the covenant. Marriage is a covenant. However, we must be sure that we are speaking words that are good and sweet and kind and loving. Don't forget kindness now. We should always be kind to everyone at all times. So let us prophesy together, and always please be sure to be mindful of the words that you speak and the words that you allow others to speak to you. You don't have to receive the word. If you know it's not for you, you can politely say, no, thank you. That is not for me. Baruch haba. Tov Baruch. Blessings to each and every one of you. We're going to prophesy. We're going to prophesy to the doors that are open for us, that we walk through it and the other doors are closed. So we're going to take the keys, the access, and we're going to unlock the new doors, and we're going to lock and seal the old doors. Thank you so much, our Maker, our Creator, El Shaddai, El Elyon, Most High, Adonai, our Maker, our Creator. We thank you so much for blessing us beyond measure. We prophesy every door open to us that has been approved by you, El Shaddai, is opened, and no one can shut that door. Nothing can close that door. And every door that is closed to us, we thank you that it is shut and sealed, never to be opened again. We thank you that we are inclining our ears to hear your voice of truth for ourselves, so that we can see with our eyes and our natural eyes and our spiritual eyes. And we can hear with our spiritual ears and natural ears. That all of our spiritual senses be sharpened and heightened for such a time as this, that we speak words that are in alignment with the kingdom and heaven. And we're so thankful for the divine connections and destiny helpers coming forth. We prophesy love into the atmosphere in this land. We prophesy life. We prophesy life. And we prophesy joy into this land. We're so thankful that this is the new time. Everything is new. The new open doors, the new victory, that everything is brand new. New dreams. New. We're so thankful. May we always be alert, awake, and aware, and understand that words have power, and that we choose our words carefully with maturity and wisdom. We prophesy the victory. We declare and we decree the victory in the land of the living, in every nation, every tribe, and every tongue. Thank you so much for joining in today. Until the next time, expect miracles. Blessings to each and every one of you. Know that there's greatness inside of you. So go forth and do great things, because you can do it. Until the next time, blow a shofar, sing a song, and dance. All of us should dance.